Today's highlighted coin is the 2025 Newsom Water. Governor Gavin Newsom, master of smoke and mirrors. Chris's 2025 Newsom Water coin addresses multiple disasters connected with the irresponsible, unethical, unaccountable, and dysfunctional dust bowl that Governor Newsom has created out of historically luscious Southern California. Who is Gavin Newsom anyway? Newsom was born in San Francisco in 1967 and is 57 years old. He is the nephew of former Democrat Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. His parents divorced when he was 3 years old. As a child, he was diagnosed with severe dyslexia, which dramatically affected his ability to read, write, spell, and work with numbers. He graduated from Santa Clara University in 1989 with a degree in political science, although his political career did not begin until 1995. He still suffers with dyslexia, and even as governor, he requires that all documents and reports be presented to him in an audio format. In 1992, Gordon Getty, a family friend and billionaire son of oil tycoon J. Paul Getty, provided funds in order that 25-year-old Newsom could open a winery. Pump Jack Winery proved to be a successful business, and Getty continued to fund the company's expansion. Gavin Newsom's first venture into politics was when he volunteered to help Willie Brown become mayor of San Francisco in 1995. Brown rewarded him with multiple political appointments. Once he was appointed a member of the Board of Supervisors, Newsom began to implement his liberal utopian ideology. His support for providing free housing, behavioral specialists, and free health care for the homeless directly led to the influx of thousands of homeless into San Francisco. The numbers of homeless who arrived in San Francisco has overwhelmed the system and resulted in streets strewn with drug paraphernalia, feces, ramshackle tents, and garbage. Bill Clinton, Al Gore, and Jesse Jackson campaigned for Newsom in his 2003 bid to become the mayor of San Francisco. His election resulted in the implementation of more misguided programs and regulations. He approved same-sex marriage licenses, which violated a 2000 state law, and that was ultimately overturned by Supreme Court of California. He gave 5,000 homeless people permanent housing within the city. He provided 5,000 affordable rental units for homeless. He extorted a union settlement from the owners of the famous St. Francis Hotel by threatening to withdraw all city functions from the hotel. He pushed to establish a state law to ban certain breeds of dogs from California communities. Newsom provided universal health care for all San Franciscans, the first such socialist program in the country. He signed a bill into law requiring fast food restaurants to print nutrition information on their menus. Finally, he declared San Francisco a sanctuary city and stated that local law enforcement would not cooperate with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Charming Gavin Newsom was elected as lieutenant governor under Jerry Brown in 2010. He supported ending capital punishment, disingenuously citing its excessive costs. Newsom supported reducing nonviolent drug and property crimes from felonies to misdemeanors. He approved the legalization of pot and its cultivation in California. He initiated a program to provide free community college education as well. Astoundingly, Newsom was elected governor of California in 2010, and his legislative lunacy continued, and they eventually spawned multiple recall attempts. The petition cited the governor's responsibility for the huge numbers of homeless, the excessively high taxes, and the high levels of criminality which inflicted a low quality of life on many communities. As governor during the COVID-19 pandemic, he caused a political firestorm when he was caught having dinner at one of the most expensive restaurants in California while having implemented lockdowns, shutdowns, and draconian restrictions on business owners and the general public. These measures included allowing state agencies to take over private hotels and medical facilities in order to treat the ill. Although Newsom instituted some of the draconian COVID-19 restrictions, California still had the 29th highest death rate in the country. In 2019, Newsom's administration was accused of mismanagement of $11.4 billion in federal funds for distributing COVID-19 unemployment money to ineligible people, including foreign criminal gangs, with another $19 billion under investigation for blatant fraud as well. In recent years, Newsom has continued to thwart federal deportation laws in favor of pardoning incarcerated illegal immigrants. Newsom also signed a bill allowing transgender inmates to be transferred to prisons with the gender they identify with. This brings us to the recent 2025 scandal associated with Newsom's misguided management, the disastrous Pacific Palisades wildfire, and the empty reservoirs and empty fire hydrants. Newsom has routinely mismanaged wildfire preparations. In 2021 alone, in response to the deadly 2018 wildfire, which left people to die in their cars while taking prescribed evacuation routes, which became log jams, Newsom told people that 90,000 acres of threatened forest was being treated with controlled burns and the construction of fire breaks, when only 11,000 were actually treated. He has been routinely vague and disingenuous about the potential for wildfire disaster in California, despite warnings from many people, including during President Trump's first term when he asked Newsom why billions of gallons of water were diverted into the ocean rather than into reservoirs. That was nearly 10 years of mismanagement, and despite dozens of warnings from fire officials concerning the lack of preparation to fight annual wildfires, including removal of underbrush, logging dead timber, adequate water supply, and more manpower, he did nothing. Instead, he catered to the environmentalist demands to protect the salmon by diverting runoff into the ocean rather than using it to protect humanity. The most recent reports on the death and destruction caused by the recent Southern California wildfires shows that 29 people died needlessly and 17,000 homes, businesses, schools, offices, and entire downtowns were turned to ash. If Newsom had heeded the warnings, the situation would have been much different. Chris's coin, Newsom Water, exemplifies the predictable outcome of Newsom's misguided utopian ideology. The needless death and destruction in Southern California were a direct result of Newsom's cavalier attitude towards the chronic threats of wildfire, and this will be Governor Gavin Newsom's enduring legacy. Chris issues 2 new proofs each week, which are available for a limited time. These proofs come in a presentation box with a certificate of authenticity, as shown here. They are also available in BU, or Brilliant Uncirculated, which are only stamped once, and they come in copper as well. You can check out all of Chris's Silver Shield proofs and all things Silver Shield on Chris Duane's silvershieldcoins.com.